Hey there comrades, on this episode we're gonna continue going through El Camino del Diablo, the central to eastern portion of the trail. I'm going to deal with overland shower needs, give DJI Spark a second chance of being useful, and then I uncovered the big issue of my tire carrier being loose and not secured. A bolt snapped. I couldn't afford the issue to become worse, so I had to unload all my fuel and seek the needed part in civilization.
Morning everyone! So I've reached the eastern part of El Camino del Diablo. I've camped out near some rock formations called high tanks. I think it's not exactly here, just a little drive, maybe a couple minutes. It's some water wells of some kind. And I had to drive last night at night for about an hour and a half, finish the western portion, because it was hard to camp anywhere out there. There's like no designated spots, no real turn-offs, and throughout the whole road on one side you always keep saying laser range, be careful, or high explosives might be in the area. You know, it's military ground, so throughout the whole path on the right side, just like every 20 meters or so, a sign warning you. So I just found this patch of land away from the trail and that's it. So the other question, you're probably thinking, why the hell am I wearing gloves? I feel like I started developing blisters. I think it's partly from wheeling, and also in a big part of it is from popping the fuel caps all the time. I seem to be getting a little bit of pain in the areas where I apply pressure on the caps. So to mitigate further deterioration of my hands, I think from now on I'm gonna start using gloves. Yeah, much easier with gloves, just much less painful. It's also maybe because they started to accumulate dust, you know, all around the caps, so it started to be a little harder to unscrew them. Still early morning, it's like 8 o'clock right now, so the sun isn't crazy yet. Sometimes here I wish I could just open up the fridge and let all the cool air just come out and cool down the whole space here for me to sleep. Unfortunately it shuts off when you open it up, so it sucks. Or I could possibly like just go like -10, set it and open up, and I don't know, for 10 minutes let everything cool down. I need to buy a fan or something, a couple of batteries, and keep running for next big southern trip like this. This is gonna be my shower, and I need a shave too. It's been about 4 days now since my last shower. Small stellas I've never seen, actually, tall ones, for a while, so I need to put them in the fridge. I'm running low over there on booze. Sleeping in the south of Arizona in September, beginning or middle of September, without any air conditioner or fans going. It's crazy. All I got is just a little bit of mesh here, anti-bugs. Windows open, 2 on the side. Lets a little bit of breeze coming in, and that breeze is a lifesaver at night. It's really nothing, but when it happens, you're like, oh, thank you God, thank you for this little something. I Definitely, this is a time where I wish I had a dual battery set up already, and I would have had probably a small electrical one or two little fans blowing. Yeah, next time. Fill them up again. I'm gonna keep the bag on this side of the car for a little bit, because last time, an hour or so or two, I kept it on sunny side. It was like boiling water. Like I was saying before, this thing can fit 20 liters, so 4 gallons. I'm just putting 2.5, more than enough for one person. In fact, I may have a little extra left still. In this weather, it's okay that I have a little extra in there. I will enjoy splashing the water around, standing there enjoying a little waterfall. It's freaking hot. Spark. As yesterday I mentioned, compared to Mavic, as soon as I launched it first time, felt like an expensive toy. So many modes missing, no HDR pictures. Just yeah, a whole different, for sure, a whole different caliber of drone. But like I'm afraid with Wi-Fi right now, like with Mavic I would fly over there and kind of fly by, you know, this thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. One big issue with charging battery, second battery for this guy yesterday was it wouldn't do it. It just kept sitting at like 2 lights out of 4, halfway kinda, and it refused and refused and refused until the evening hit. My conclusion is, when it's hot, it doesn't wanna charge. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but knowing this, I'll be probably keeping it like really under layers of clothing from now on when I'm charging. Off we go. By the way, it also flies slower, almost twice slower than Mavic when just cruising around to position for shots. Definitely not Mavic, but this time return home is working. Now it's off. It's gonna try to land it to this bush.
Stop landing.
Stop landing. Alright, let's see if I can land it on the hand. Damn it, it's escaping me. I'll just land it. Little rascal, this guy. Alright, bath time. You are obviously enjoying watching another man shave. I know you do. So, actually, last time I did it with a cup. I think it's much better. I know, I'm not as organized as Australian guys, you know, I don't have crazy truck bed setup I got yet. And all done. Oh, it's back to the naked man taking a shower episode. Don't forget the scrubber. Alright, I think you kinda got the point. As I was closing the tire carrier, I noticed the platform kind of wobbles a little too much. This here, the hitch mount, just rotates side to side too much. There's something going on, and just now, in here, I took this thing out. I think something got busted, so I need to dig to the root of the issue. This potentially could be a bad thing. Okay, I got this. I need the extension thing. I think it should be somewhere here. Yeah, it shouldn't be like this when I do it with my back. This is going like this. Way too much. Pretty bad. My marks. Alright, got it. The bolt snapped throughout the length of it here. Inside, from around here to around here, there is a bolt about this big, and this is controlling like a pin thing that this tire carrier has. This tire carrier, it's not just you stick it in and that's it. There is like a separated piece that you tie with a screw over here, very long one, and that's what makes it not wobble side to side inside the hitch, while having a little bit of space between the hinge mount and the tube itself, because generally that's what you get the wobbles. Man, this sucks. All that shower I just took to make myself clean while working on this issue right now, I'll probably get dirty and sweat back all the dirt that I just cleaned up. Damn it. Alright, just so you can kind of see, this piece here is supposed to be fully inside, and that, when you tie in the bolt, that piece is what holds this whole thing in place. And as you can see, on this side, the bolt is gone. All I got left is to see if I got anything at all in my arsenal that can substitute that thing. First shop, mechanic shop somewhere, get a proper pin. If I can find anything this size, and I doubt I don't think I have anything this size. In this bumpy conditions right now, bumpy road, and I still have to east to go. This is a serious issue here. That hitch comes out, that tire thing, you know, that's lots of fuel and big weight. Yeah, I don't have that size bolt, so this bolt here might be the right size, and this is spare for my track bar that broke after a couple of weeks, and then Angela at North Shore drilled a bigger hole in a relocation bracket and installed a bigger, thicker bolt, and gave me this as a spare in case should ever something get loose there again or snap. But it's super short, very, very, very short. So yeah, as you can see, this is how long that bolt is versus yeah, this is smaller, much smaller. I'm at eastern part. There is some kind of official road somewhere here, some kind of connection to civil pavement. So I need to get on it, get to the closest town, and get this bolt, get the spare, get spare nuts, get basically double of that. So if somehow this happens again, I have a spare. As a last measure, I'm gonna empty all these tanks into my main one. I was sitting at about half a tank for my main, and roughly what I got here is half a tank. So I'm gonna empty all that, kind of relieve 90 pounds or so from this whole construction here. And now comes the big artillery. These ones will be a little tougher to hold. This one's much heavier. I think I'm still kind of lucky. It's good thing this kind of things happen to me while I'm close to civilization. Like if this happened in Toro Whip, Kelly Point, Grand Canyon, that's far from civilization. I would have been screwed. I would have to, I don't know, drive super slowly. It's okay that it happened now. I prefer it now than a week or so from now. the tire carrier is lighter, and should something happen to it, I'm not carrying fuel behind for something to happen. It will just fall off, and that's about it. As I was finishing, of course, this whole place is vicious. This is already like second or third time I'm getting this stuck to my feet, except this one is much deeper. Trying to take it out, it actually hurts, so I don't know how deep it is. Antibacterial cream and some band-aids, just in case. These suckers right here, they're like everywhere. And two of them seem to be deep. Alright, so I'll deal with that and be on my way. Potentially I'm not coming back to do east side of Camino del Diablo. I overstayed in this southern region way too long at this point, several days over than what I anticipated. I need to get to Grand Canyon, I need to spend several days there, all that stuff, and there's still trails on the way, so we'll see, because it's already midday. I spent about an hour and a half dealing with all this stuff. I'm here at Napa. It's an hour to get here. He found the right size, but it's much shorter, so I gotta crawl in and see if that's actually gonna work. Alright, tools deployed. Shit. Short. God damn it. Yeah. Damn it. Whatever he had is only half length of what I need. So going to hardware store he recommended, and basically it's just Napa and that hardware store. There's nothing else here, so they better have something. Alright, I'm in luck. Went to a Walton hardware store. I don't even know what town this is, and they had the size. My bolts perfectly, exact length. So what I got is 4 of these now. 4 long ones, 4 washers, split washers, full washers, just basically backup for years to come. Got it. Ground here is like scorching hot, even in the shade. Alright, as you can see, here's the bolt sticking out. Place this sucker here. It's gonna be a challenge right now hitting that hole in the cylinder. This is gonna take forever too. Without dismantling, taking tire off, and then taking rack off, attaching this thing first. It's gonna take a while. And I don't have the power right now to, or a will to dismantle the whole tire carrier stuff. The tire, the packs, so I'll keep driving this. Oh shit, on my second attempt just now, it actually happened. I managed to snap into the hole. Happening. I'm gonna be out of here soon, yay. I thought it's gonna take like an hour to try to get it in. It's happening. Let's do some testing of the thing. If I stand up on this right now, it shouldn't go like this. And it doesn't. It's rock solid. Well, there's a little wobble, but that's okay. Yeah, perfect. On the road again. Alright, see you on the road.
This pretty much completes the Camino del Diablo. There's still, for me, about an hour and a half to drive to the east. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to capture the lava beds that are just starting right now. Also, just past the dust lava beds, there was a poof dust, or moon dust as they call it, region with huge, you can like cruise around, do huge dust clouds. I really wanted to do some slow motion shots in that area, just kind of go crazy playing in the dust, in the sand. I got the snorkel for it, all that stuff. But I can't really overstay myself here for a third day. I have to get out of here. I can't really even camp out here. I talked to one of the border officers. I bumped into a few, and I actually asked him questions because some locals told me like, whoa, you're camping out here, you should have a gun. So I talked to one of the officers,
and like, well, are there actually drug dealers coming through the border? He's like, yeah, sometimes, but usually it's illegal immigrants and so on. And people get jacked sometimes when they camp out. He's like, ideally don't camp out here. Get to Ajo, that's the town. Who knows, I'm so close to the border here and any kind of illegal activities. I'd rather just get out of the area, not camp out here and wait for the morning to actually still pass that area, keep going. Like, I'm running out of days and I need to start heading north to Grand Canyon and so on. And Moab is gonna take 2 weeks. Ciao!
Well, I hope you liked this episode, and if you did, you can support me by hitting the like button and subscribe, and also check out my previous videos by hitting the links below or just after this video.